In today's video, we are preparing wet fried omena. Omena is called silver cyprinid in English. So to achieve these results, look at that. Follow this recipe. So these are our ingredients. You have tomatoes, onions, green, red, and yellow pepper, and parsley. They're already prepared. Whether it is slicing, dicing, chopping, whatever. But the main point here is they're already prepared. So while preparing this, we had already soaked omena in hot water, which will be rinsed in cold water later on until it is clean. And then you just lay it aside for some time so that it drains water that comes along when cleaning. So at this point, we have already added the omena that was rinsed. We have added it in hot oil, and as you can see, it is not a lot of oil because we're just shallow frying it. And in the oil, you add the omena and some salt to taste, and you keep on stirring and turning them until they turn brown. By the way, omena is very nutritious. It is so rich in calcium, proteins, omega-3 fatty acids, just but to mention. So it's a good dish. Even nutritionists advise that. Yeah, at this point, as you can see, they're already brown, they're already crunchy. If you're that kind of a person who prefers serving them or eating them crunchy, you can eat them as they are. But today we are just making wet fry. So yeah. So on a different pan with little oil that is heated, you add in onions and let the onions cook until they start turning brown. Others prefer them translucent, but for meats, I prefer them, for omena, I prefer when they start turning brown. And yeah, at this point, when they have started turning brown, you add in your garlic and ginger that's already minced. So you give it a mix. So when the garlic and ginger, they're also well cooked, well fried, you add in the green, red, and yellow pepper and just let them cook for a few minutes. So at this point, we are adding in our omena that is already fried and just mix them gently to avoid breakage because we don't want to have so many broken pieces of omena. And then you add in the tomatoes that were already diced, and then we add in beef cube and just cover until when the tomatoes are well cooked. So you just keep on checking. Yeah, so as you can see at this point, I was adding in some little water just to avoid them from sticking at the bottom or starting to burn from the bottom, because if you don't do this, we'll have that bitter taste, and that is what we are trying to avoid. By the way, when they are so bitter, when they taste bitter, you won't like them. So at this point, the tomatoes were well cooked and we're just mixing them well. Yeah, as you can see, the omena is ready. So we're just adding in parsley or dania, depending on how you call it, and you just mix it. And remember, we said while mixing, you do what? You be gentle. Yeah, so as you can see, it is ready. Look at how juicy it is, how colored it is. By the way, the more colored the food is, the many colors that the food will have, that means it is so nutritious. So as you can see, it is ready. It is so ready. And yeah, this one we'll serve it with ugali. What else can you serve with if it is not ugali? So please try this recipe and give us feedback and just share feedback.